Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here on my channel, my name is Alison and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are testing another new foundation. This is a new launch Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation, and I know there's a lot of review out there already, but I still want to try it out and see how it works because it's a drugstore product and something that is cheap, and if it works on my oily skin, then I'm definitely gonna use it for every single day. So this makeup stick foundation I did purchase at the Ulta store. So this is the fast base stick foundation from Makeup Revolution. It does have 18 shades, and I'm in the shade F6, and I feel like F6 it just match perfectly with my skin tone. I do have light medium neutral skin tone. So this foundation, it only retails at Ulta. It says Ulta only. And foundation, it just got faster, available in multiple shades and range of undertones. Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation quickly perfects, contours, and highlight your complexion. So it doesn't have much details on how this stick foundation claims to make your face look like, but we're gonna test this out. Also, this stick foundation, it retails for $9, which is a really reasonable price for a drugstore foundation, and it only comes in 0.21 ounce. And also this foundation, it doesn't have much details on the Ulta website, and it just claims to be a fast-based stick foundation. It's just a quickly application for a foundation base. So without further ado, let's get started on the application. Alright guys, so now let's get to trying this stick foundation. But for the base, I did use this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water for the base. And also for the primer, I did use two different primer today. I did use my Too Faced Hangover Primer for all over my face, and also I did a top layer of Rimmel Stay Matte Primer on my forehead and my T-zone, like the place I get very oily, especially my T-zone area. So now let's get onto this foundation stick. So first of all, the packaging looks very nice, luxurious. Not luxurious in a way, but as a drugstore foundation with that price, it looks really nice. It has this new rose gold finish on the rim on the middle section, and also it does have a rose gold wording on the nude color, so it's really nice looking. So I'm just hoping this color will work for me because there's not much color that I can try on, and this is the last one that I can get my hands on it on Ulta. So I got the color in F6. I'm just hoping this color will work on my skin tone because I tried F4, F5, and F7, something in the between the middle, and F6 is the closest one, and I have to call the Ulta and hold it for me because they only have F6 in one specific Ulta store. So I'm just hoping this would work. So now let's get onto application. I'm gonna go in with my damp sponge, and also I'm gonna go in with a brush to apply on the other side of my face to see the coverage. And you guys know I don't like a brush application, but for a stick foundation I feel like brush would work better. Okay, I'm kind of nervous because I'm usually not kind of stick foundation kind of girl, but we're gonna try this out. So I'm just gonna swipe this around, and this side I'm gonna apply with the sponge from Morphe. So keep in mind, because I do have an active acne here, so that area gets really dry. Because I did apply some acne lotion on top, that's why it gets really dry around the area. So now this is one layer and what the coverage it gives me, and I think it definitely matched my skin tone. It's not too bad. So for the other side, I'm gonna use this A Cosmetic brush in number 77. But once that I apply on my face, I feel like the stick foundation is a little bit too heavy for my like, but we're gonna see once it blends. So definitely with the brush, it gives you a little bit more coverage because brush application always give you a more coverage finish. So I'm just gonna use a sponge to dab around on the area that I just used the brush because I like to just kind of blend it into my skin and without any streak marks. Okay, so now the foundation is applied on my face, and right off the bat I can feel like there's something on top of my face. Not like lightweight finish, definitely not. It's more like a heavier side, but not too heavy as a foundation, so something in between. But I would say I like the finish with the brush because it gives me more a flawless finish, and then I like to go over with the sponge to kind of touch it up with the streak marks. So I would prefer a brush over a sponge on this foundation stick. But then I can feel like it kind of just sit on top of my face. It doesn't really just combine with my face chemistry yet because I just applied it, but now I just feel like it just sit on top of my face and it's not kind of combining with my skin, and I don't know how it's gonna stay on my chin area. I feel like this foundation stay is gonna be worse than my usual tinted moisturizer and my foundation because I feel like it's already sitting on top of my skin, that feeling. So my chin area issues, it gonna makes the stick foundation separate on this area because I do have issues, skin issues here. I don't know, anything I put on top on my chin area, it just doesn't stay. But right now I'm liking the finish and the coverage. It's more like a dewy finish and it does give you a light to medium coverage. So if you guys are into those kind of finish and coverage, this might be something that you want to try out. So for this kind of stick foundation, I recommend starting by little and then build it up, because if you apply too much on your face, it's just gonna get worse, too heavy on your face, and it's gonna separate on your face. And again, I do have oily skin, so I'm gonna check back in with you guys after I did full face makeup on and see what's my first impression and how it feels. So now let's check in. The time is 2:06. So this is the time that I apply this foundation, and I'll see you guys a bit. So one more thing before I set my face, I can already tell it's just emphasizing my skin texture and my large pores here. It already sink into my large pores. You can really tell on this side because this side is a lot more obvious. It just already sink right into my pores and it's showing my pores a lot more obvious. And I also want to say it just kind of just sat on top of my face and it doesn't really just combine nicely with my face texture, and I don't know. I don't have a good feeling on this foundation stick, but I'm gonna finish off my face and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back with the full face makeup on. I just went for a more natural look, and now that the foundation, it kind of combines with my body chemistry, my face chemistry, and it's looking a lot better now because I set it with my favorite setting powder these days. If you guys watch me, you guys know I've been loving this Givenchy #1 Muslim Pastel setting powder. It does have different color setting powder. It kind of brightens up my face, and also it does a very good job on controlling the oil if you guys have very oily skin. So that is the way to go if you guys like something more brighten up and set your face. So my first impression now, I feel like it does still sink into my large pores, and it does feel like it's just stay on top of my skin. It doesn't really like combine with my skin, look very flawless. But after using my setting powder, I feel like it does look a lot better, but I don't know how it's gonna work with my natural oil a few hours later. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys in a 4 hours more, and hopefully I can wear this foundation out for another 8 hours and see how it combines and work on my oily skin. Hi guys, I'm back for the midday check-in. Now the time is 6 o'clock, so it has been 4 hours since I wear this foundation, and I'm pretty impressed on how this look on my face, because at first I don't like the finish. I mean, I like the finish, but I don't like how it just sits on top of my face. But now that it kind of combines with my natural oil, I feel like it's looking a lot more dewier and more natural looking. And I still want to say it does stay on top on my face, showing a little texture, but now that it combines my natural oil, like for overall view, it looks a lot better than what I expect. But if you guys look closely, you guys might tell there's some kickiness around my nose, this side as well, and on my chin area it's just kind of separating because that's my skin issues on my chin area. But then overall I'm liking the finish if you guys are looking from far away, but if I'm looking closely with the camera, you guys can tell there's definitely a texture, kickiness, and I want to say it does give me a very nice medium coverage. And if you guys are looking for something that it's on the go, this will be a good stick foundation for you. But then if you guys are looking for a natural finish, I don't think this will give you a very natural finish. It does give you a dewy look, but it kind of looks like you have foundation on your face, on the area that I have a little texture and just a little redness around my nose. It kind of showing on the foundation, but I do like the coverage as I told you guys earlier. If you're looking from far distance, it looks very nice finish, but then if you guys look closely, I don't think people would really get into your face. So if you guys are looking closely, you guys can tell there's texture and cakeiness around my nose area. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys in an 8 hours mark and to let you guys know how it wears on my face at the end of the day. And right now I feel like the coverage and everything looks really nice as a stick foundation. Again, because I do have texture, large pores, anything you can think of on my skin, it kind of just shows up underneath the stick foundation. Usually with stick foundation, it's not a very natural finish and it doesn't work on my oily skin. So I'm really excited to see this kind of work in a 4 hour smart, and it's looking very natural, dewy finish. Hi guys, I'm back for the final check-in and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts. And now the time is 12:02, so it has been 10 hours since I wear this foundation, and this is how my face looks like. So here I'm gonna zoom you guys into my face a little so that you guys can see the details. So obviously, as you can tell, my face is looking a lot more dewy and oily, and I'm kind of surprised on my chin area it doesn't separate as much as the foundation, and it does stay hold up on my chin area pretty good. I mean, there's a little separation here, but usually at the end of the day, after 8 hours mark, I would get a lot of separation here. My foundation almost gone usually, but now the foundation is still on my face, everything is still on. My contour, my highlight, my blush is still on, and it just looks like I'm oily. And as you guys can tell, because my dewiness, my oiliness kind of come through to my eye area. Usually my eye area is very matte finish, and usually my mascara doesn't really trace down on my lower lash line, but today it does, because this stick foundation, it does make me look more dewy than usual, because I think this is something that it claims to be dewy finish. It's not, definitely not matte finish. So looking at it now, I can see that if you look closely to my face, the foundation is staying on top of my face. It doesn't sink into my face or make it look more natural. It's like an obvious foundation on your face kind of finish, and around my nose area it does looks very cakey. And I feel like with my oiliness, if I touch my face, the foundation it's gone. Also on my chin area right here, I did get a new fringe. I don't know, is that the foundation makes me break out or is that my diet? But this morning I don't see this on my face, but now after 10 hours I just saw this little guy here. So I'm not sure is that the foundation or is just my diet, my sleeping schedule. Not so sure about that, but it wasn't here in this morning, so just saying. So now I'm just gonna blot my face to see how this foundation holds up after blotting. Okay, so I just blot my face and I did use up 2 blotting sheets, and I can tell the foundation is already taking off on the blotting sheets. So it definitely doesn't stay hold up on my face for a very long time on this stick foundation, unfortunately, because I do have oily skin. If you guys do have combo or dry skin, you might like this, but then if you guys have drier skin, I don't know how would this work for you, because I feel like it does emphasize the texture and the area on my nose. I get dry very easily on the area around my nose because I do blow my nose very often because I have oil allergy. So this might be something that you might have to be aware of. Unfortunately, $9 stick foundation from this Makeup Revolution, it doesn't hold up on my oily skin, texture, any prone skin. So this is a fail to me.